Get ready.
It's only the PlayStation ones that insist on like having plug-in ones.
Alright guys, can you hear
Did I
me?
hear a ping? Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. How are you?
Yeah, all good mate. Let me just sort my mic out. It's flopping around.
Well,
Like
hey.
melting in the heat.
It's well no, my room's nice and cold mate, so yeah. All good in the hood. Nice to see you guys are on nice and early. I'm loving it.
Well, I had to test my headphones.
Nice to see you back, mate. You've not been on for a while.
No, I haven't. It's what we're one thing and
PDB.
another, and being away, you know.
Yeah. I get you,
I was
mate.
able to get a week. I was able to get a week away with the kids, so I thought, gonna bloody take it, you know.
Yeah. All good.
Just been down to the south. Been down to Stuntmaster Land.
Oh, Cornwall.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, I've been down to Eastbourne. That's his part of the world, isn't it?
No, he's a Cornwall guy. I think he's
Is he
down
Cornwall?
Cornwall way, or he was. I don't know if he is now actually.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right down there. Is what it is.
Yeah, nice. Very nice. Good. Nice to have you all here.
Well, minus Nick,
Yeah, well,
the working man.
I think it's very rare we get a full quota these days, isn't it? So it's all good.
Oh, man.
Just give me 2 seconds. I'm just trying to get the list of patrons. Okay. Right, you guys ready to rock and roll?
I believe so.
Episode 744. Right, just give me a second. Let's have a slurp of tea.
Oh, no whiskey tonight.
I don't drink at home anymore.
No, I don't.
Which means
Not
I very
really.
rarely drink because I never go out anywhere. So
I know that feeling.
Yeah. Never have any money.
Yeah, quite.
Right. Okay, let's sort this out. La 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 la.
Albarian. Alright.
Right. We are here. I'm live. Just trying to sort my camera out. Oh, fuck's sake. I'm just trying to... come on. That's it. I'm just trying to... Because I had to fanny around taking my PC apart earlier in the week, put some new fans in, and obviously had to unplug everything. It took fucking ages, and I'm not putting everything back exactly as it was. But it's pretty much there now. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, the PC lifestyle.
Well, yeah, I had 2 fans where the bearings had gone, so they were being really noisy.
Right.
So I had to take them out and put some new ones in, but it meant unplugging everything, taking the PC downstairs because I've got more room down there, opening up the case, fanning around. You know. Very annoying. Yeah. All good. Right, I'm ready to rock. Let me hit record. And then we can get going. 744. Okay, cool. Record. And a 3, and a 2, and a 1. Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast, episode 744 for Tuesday, the 12th of August, 2025. I'm your host, Mark Webb, Gamertag, Pearson ID, Steam ID, Webby 360G. And joining me today is...
I'm back. It's Graham or GHamOx14 again.
It's Sensei Switch.
Nice to have you back, Graham. It's been a while.
Yeah, well, things getting in the way, family things, and then I was away for a week with the kids down at the South Coast. But now I am back.
Nice to have you back. And we have no Nick this week because he's busy working, moaning about having to do 12-hour shifts. There we go.
Yeah, we still get 12-hour pay though, right?
I couldn't go back to those long ass days again. Fuck that. I think I'd die. Peebs is in the Twitch. Hello, Peebs. Hope you're doing well.
He should have come in.
He should have done. He could have. Well, I don't even know if he's actually played the Battlefield bit yet, and I do apologise. I'm probably going to be talking about it quite a lot today.
I've got my pillow ready.
Yeah, I've played it a lot. Oh, we'll get into that in a bit. I've got a little bit of housekeeping to do first. I want to give a big shout out to the patrons. And this week I'm going to read out everyone who's a paying subscriber. So it'll give me a couple of minutes. James Walker, Alpa Aiden, Matthew Crumpton, Gavin Britchford, Zacalyptic, Krusty Boy, Danny Brooks, James Daly, James Bartlett, Robin Farhi, Ben Ansell, Eric DeHorn, Leon, Anthony Johnson, Dazpoz, Craig Wood, Paul Hickin, Jason Adams, Ryan O'Kane, John Levitt, Sean, John Smith, Brian, Philip Thompson, and Wesley Shillingford. Thank you very much for being awesome and for subscribing to the Patreon. And Peebs has reminded me that we did actually play together, and yes, we did actually. It wasn't for long. I believe it was on Thursday. Yeah, it was on Thursday, and then Peebs was meant to turn up Friday, and he never did. I'm thinking he got pussy whipped on Friday. Which is why I didn't. Yeah, it's more like it for Peebs. No. Yeah. No, the Battlefield beat has been good fun actually for getting back on with the community. I actually had a good long session with Illmatic last night as well.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, man. So that was good. We caught up. I've been playing with Clarky, Wes, Slyvester Almond, a little bit with Peebs, and a few other people I've probably forgotten off the top of my head because I've been pumped a lot of hours into it since Thursday. Over 20 hours in 3 days. So played it a lot. But we'll get into that again in a minute. Bit more housekeeping I would like to do from the beginning of the show. And obviously we've got the Patreon, which is fantastic. Love the Patreon. It's amazing. Thank you so much to all of you people that subscribe. Obviously, with the way things are, with people playing a lot of cross-play, the Discord has become the place for the community to chat shit, take the piss out of each other, but mainly now it's to use the voice chat when we're playing cross-play across PC, PlayStation, Xbox, which is fantastic. I love that feature. It's easy to find on the console and do now, easy to see when people are in the chat. I think it's great. I love it. But because the Discord is pretty much the community hub now, the Facebook group's dead. No one uses Twitter. Obviously, the forums died many years ago as well. People have kind of fallen away those kind of traditional social media formats, and I don't blame them. I'm not a massive fan of those social media sites anyway. The Discord has become the hub now for the community to get together, which is fantastic. I love it. But I just want to give a big shout out to a few people on Discord as well, because basically, what you can do on Discord now is if you subscribe to Discord Nitro, which I have done for quite a long time, a good few years now, you can boost servers. And what that boosting of the server does is it gives you extra cool features for the Discord. So I'd like to give a shout out to myself for boosting the server, Dark as Frost, Wes, and Brooksy79. have all boosted the server. So if you're on my screen, what you can see if you're watching the stream now. So what you can see is we are now a level. The Discord is a level 1. I could have made it a level 2 with the amount of boosts we've got, which would have given us 256k all audio quality, and at the minute it's 128, which is fine for podcasting anyway, and a server banner and some role icons and stuff. But instead, and I urge anyone who's on the Discord, anyone can do this, I've enabled server tags. So basically, you can add a tag next to your name. As you can see, I'm talking there. It says 360G there. When you're in another Discord, people can see that tag next to your name. And when they click on it, they get some info on that server. And then they can join the server through that as well. So it's just a good way of advertising the server. And the easy way to do that is you can do it on the app or on your computer. If you go to your Discord profile and then you go to settings and then within settings go to profiles, there's an option called server tags, and then you can select 360 Gamercast from there and add your server tag. It's just a really cool little feature. The other thing I've added as well is where's it gone, is role styles. So this has sort of been a level 2 server. I've enabled server tags and role styles. And what role styles does is if you are in a group, so like Darren and Graham here are in the 360G hosts group. You see I'm on Darren now and I've got my cursor over him. His name is a different color to everyone else in the server, and it's like flashes like it flickers. So it's like depending on what role you are, you have a different color.
Volatile.
Yeah, so it's basically just to make you stand out a little bit in the server. Just to look a bit different. It's just something. I just think it's something cool. So it's just to let people know that those options are there.
It's like they kind of had these things back in the day, didn't they? With like admin.
Yeah.
That you'd have in some of the other previous bits.
Yeah. So obviously to add the tag, you don't need to pay anything. You don't need, you just need to be a member of the server. So I encourage everyone who's in Discord who's listening to do so. That would be amazing. If you do subscribe to Discord Nitro, if you do boost the server, because then we can get up to level 2, that, and then eventually level 3. That would be great. If you don't want to do any of that, I don't mind. It doesn't, I'm not saying, oh, please go do it. I don't mind. I just think it's something extra that I think's a bit of fun, makes the Discord just a bit more different and more engaging for people. But if you don't want to, that's fine. I don't mind. As long as you're a member of the Discord and engaging in conversations, and interacting with the community, that is all I really want from people that are part of the community, because it makes it a more fun place and people are playing games together. And I've noticed it this week, with especially playing Battlefield, but I've noticed other people been using the other voice chat rooms for other games and stuff this week, and that's great. I love to see it. I think it's fantastic. If people want me to add some more voice rooms, say for dedicated games or anything, just ping me and let me know. I'm more than happy to do so, because at the minute there's only two. I've only got 2 voice rooms in there. One called General, one just called Gaming. If you want any more added, just let me know. That's not a problem. So if it does get a bit more busy with the voice chat, I can add more rooms. That's no issue at all. So it's just to let people know, really. It's great. I think it's awesome. I think the Discord just makes it a bit more different, adds a few more things. And when you highlight the little picture in the top left, I've made it so our icon is spinning like a vinyl record as well. So it's just something cool as well. So
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just all those tiny little things. I just think it just makes it a bit more
personal.
Yeah, it's just a bit more personal and fun. So
A bit like the way you used to be able to personalise the dashboards of your gaming systems a gen or
yeah,
so back. They
yeah,
threw all that out the window.
yes, indeed. Yeah, the good old days. So if you're listening and you're not in the Discord, join it. There's a link in the show notes. It is pretty much the only place now where the community is engaged. As I say, we still have the Facebook group, but it's just dead. I don't think anyone really uses it anymore.
Barren wasteland.
So I think Discord is the way forward now, and I think that's just going to be the place, because it's just for us and it's fun, and you don't get all the other nonsense do of social media. It's just gaming and that's it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I still remember when my Twitter feed was like 95% gaming.
Oh, wasn't that a lovely time, Darren?
It was incredible, and now it's like 50% politics, 30-something% sport, 15% pitching, and 5% gaming.
Yeah. Oh fuck! My microphone just fell off the bloody holder there. Yeah, the little twizzly bit's fucked. I'm just trying to get it. There we go. Yeah. So that's that really. That's what I wanted to mention on that sort of stuff. Obviously, we've got Twitch on a Sunday, 7:30 p.m. live. Twitch.tv/Webby360G. Big hello to everyone in there at the minute. We've got Brooksy, Mr. Peebs, Psytrance Visuals, and Zone Storm. Thank you very much. Hope you're all doing well. So let's get into it then. I know I'm going to talk about Battlefield a lot very shortly, so I would love to hear from someone else before I delve into it. Maybe Graham, because you haven't been here for a few weeks. Just what you've been up to. Give us a game you're really into at the minute.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I've been away for a week. What with one thing and another, I haven't done a lot of gaming over the last 2 weeks. But I came back from a week away with the kids on Saturday.
Yeah.
At which point I went to a friend's wedding in the afternoon. Yeah, he said, "I've got to invite you to my wedding," and I went, "No, that's fine. You don't need to do that." And he's like, "No, I want you to be there." So I went to a wedding on Saturday evening. But I've been sort of toying with games in between, and I happened to notice that there was a re-release for Heretic and Hexen. Now I don't know if anybody.
Yeah, no, yeah. I didn't know this actually came out, but I did see a few people on my feed, like social feeds, sort of saying like, "Oh, I used to love Hexen back in the day." And then when you mentioned that it had got a re-release, I was like, "Oh, so that's obviously why."
Oh, this is what I saw on Game Pass then. I didn't realise this was a new thing, or like a remaster.
It was kind of like a sort of magic and sort of like sorcery-based sort of Doom game, wasn't it?
It was actually made by Raven Software back in the day.
Oh, cool.
So it's like they took the Doom engine and put like a magic and sorcery type skin over the top. And they've actually kind of done, there's mod support. They've done some new levels. They've done some remasters. So it's not just the 2 games. It has a few sort of extras in there as well. The whole thing runs, it runs 60 frames per second, 1080p on most of the consoles. I mean, I'm guessing it runs a bit better on the like the Pro, perhaps.
Shit should be running at 8K 240, like
easy. Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, the visual style of this game, I think it doesn't lend itself to be in 4K because obviously all the sprites that they've used were, made 30 years ago. And
has it got the toggle where you can switch it between like the remastered and the old style?
You can actually fully customize the resolution. You have an option for maximum, and if you want to, you can scale it all the way down to 240p, which I think is possibly what the original might have been presented in. I don't remember. So yeah, so you've got everything in between. You do have a lot of toggles that you can switch on and off. but obviously due to the nature of the way the sprites look, whether you're looking at it 1080p or whether you're looking at it in 8K, there's not going to be a lot of difference. You're just going to have bigger pixels, if you know what I mean. But no, it's quite a nice remaster, and I think it's Night Dive who did this, who've done a lot of the remasters. Heretic was very much based on the Doom levels kind of system. Hexen is very slightly more ambitious in that it has kind of like a hub world, and I think all the levels are like connected. And Hexen actually gives you 3 classes that you can choose. So you can choose like a mage, you can choose like I forgot what they call it now, but it's like a melee character, like a barbarian or something, and there's another one which is like a cleric, which is sort of halfway between the two. And both games, yeah, and both games sort of you pick up temporary buffs, you pick up flasks that give you health, obviously, but you can also pick up like quartz flasks, which are a bit like med packs. You can actually choose to sort of, oh god, my health's getting a bit low, I better activate one, and you've got like spells where you can boost your firepower. So if you know you're going into an area where it's going to be a bit hard work, you can activate one of the spells, give yourself a kind of an attack buff, and get through and sort of, get to the end of the level. But Hexen, obviously, the way it's kind of structured is very slightly different. The progression is a bit more slow because it's kind of like a persistent sort of upgrade system, because all the levels are kind of joined together. But see, Heretic is the one I remember the most, and I actually played quite a lot of Heretic back in the day, because when Heretic came out, I was like a system administrator. So what I do in the evening is I divert all the phones, nip into work, and just play Doom and Heretic for about 2 hours in the evening.
Lol. Brilliant.
But no, I mean, I played quite a lot of Heretic back in the day, and I've been sort of, I've been playing some of the early levels that I remember. I've been having a look at some of the kind of the new levels that they've made for this release, which were actually kind of made this year by Night Dive, which are quite good. And there's a couple of additional chapters, and there's support for some of the mods as well. So, I mean, I bought it on PlayStation, and I did buy it digitally, and it was about £12 or something, 12 or 13 quid, which I didn't think was too bad. There's quite a lot in there, if that's your thing.
Cool.
Yeah, but
I never played these back in the day, but you seem to have quite a lot of nostalgia for them.
And also, it has up to 16 players multiplayer support.
Is that versus, or I imagine it will be, yeah, because co-op that'd be insane.
Yeah,
you just roll over everything like a tide of locusts.
I'm kind of only a couple of hours into it, but I'm still finding new things. But there's quite a lot in there, really. They've remastered the levels and added all these bits in the mod support. So there's a bit in there to get your teeth into. You know what I mean?
It basically just looks like Quake or Doom.
It sort of is just a skin on the Doom engine, basically.
Yeah, thought so. Yeah, it looks very familiar.
But I always. But the thing is, people are still modding Doom to this day.
Yeah.
And it's a 30-year-old game, so.
Yeah, it's madness.
But no, if you like your retro shooties, it's worth having a look at. It's a bit different. If you're into the sort of Doom games and that, it's I'd say it's worth a look. And if it's on Game Pass, even better.
Cool. I've just been talking to Peebs in the background. He's going to jump on.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
He's probably just jumping on to give you some counterpoints about your Battlefield.
Well, it'd be nice to have some back and forth with someone else that's actually played it, even though he's only played it a little, but still get a feel for it. You know what I mean? Now there he is.
Howdy.
With his PlayStation symbol next to his name.
Hell yeah.
Peeps, I completely forgot we played on Thursday.
I know, how rude.
I know, mate. It's because I've been playing so much with so many people.
Yeah. I've only played it for a couple of hours.
Yeah, because you were meant to come on Friday and you didn't turn up, mate. I was most disappointed.
No, I was tired, mate.
I thought you'd snubbed me for some alcohol again.
No, that was yesterday, but Friday night I'd been on all day and then I came off.
Yeah, fair
Sort
enough.
of tea time-ish, early evening.
Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. So, well, let's talk about a bit of Battlefield 6 then. So, obviously, I've been playing it since Thursday, and well, everyone will know already. I'm absolutely loving it. I think it's fantastic. In 3 days, so Thursday to Saturday, I've played it for over 20 hours. I've maxed out my level cap. I'm level capped at 20 on the beta. I've done most of the challenges as well for the classes. I've been playing it with... Obviously, I played a little bit with you. I played with Ilmatic, Clarkey, Sly, Wes, Turner. It kind of feels to me like it's brought the community back a little bit again, which is fantastic as well. And for me, you know, like we were slagging off the outlets for games with the quote, a return to form. Well, this is actually...
Everything's a return to form in this day and age.
Well, I can actually say that Battlefield 6 is a return to form for Battlefield, in my humble opinion.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Obviously, the beta doesn't have all the maps. There's only really one proper big map in the beta, and the other couple of maps are kind of smaller-ish. Like, there's a city one, like a desert city one, which is big, but it's quite close combat, even though there is tanks. But there's only one, I would say, truly big Battlefield map where it has the jets, the choppers, and the tanks, all the vehicles.
Is that the one in the desert?
No, it's got mountains. It's in a snowy mountain area. But no, I mean, I've mainly been playing Conquest, which has been great, because that's, for me, Conquest is that true classic Battlefield experience to me. In the beta, they also have Breakthrough, which is basically just Rush, which is okay, but it does get you... But I think on that, you get the choke points a bit too much, and it's just a bit too chaotic. And then they added another mode in the beta, which was King of the Hill, which was basically just pretty much like Call of Duty in my eyes. It was way too chaotic, absolutely mental. So for me, Conquest is pretty much the mode that I'm probably going to play 99% of the time when the full game comes out. And the cool thing is with Conquest is you get two options. You've got Standard Conquest, which is basically you choose a class, but then you can use any weapon. But then they've got another mode called like Locked Conquest, which basically locks each class to their weapons. So if you're a sniper, you can only have your sniper weapons. If you're an engineer, you only get a small selection of weapons like SMGs, a couple of assault rifles, and obviously like your rocket launchers and stuff. So that's kind of the classic Battlefield, and that's what I've been really enjoying playing, is that version of Conquest, because it just brings me back to playing Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3 and 4. The graphics are fantastic, and the destruction is awesome. Like, I've been in buildings which have collapsed on top of me and all sorts. It's been chaos. And another feature I really like about it as well is when you're reviving a teammate, you can drag them out of harm's way as you're reviving them. So that just adds a little bit more of some, like, that extra, like, it makes you want to revive people more, if that makes sense, because you don't feel like you're just diving into danger all the time, because you're pulling your teammates out of the way of that danger round a corner, for example, as you're reviving them. So anyone can revive their squad members, but only medics can revive everybody. Only medics. Oh, bit of back.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I know.
Is that your evil twin?
Yeah, it must be. What's your thoughts, Peebs? Because I know you're a huge COD noob with Colin.
Yeah.
But you guys used to play the Battlefields back in the day with us on the 360 and the Bone. So I'm quite
Yeah.
keen to hear your thoughts on. I know you've not played it as much as me, but you've got a feel of it.
Well, yeah, one of the reasons I've not really put too much time and effort into it, I know you have, Webby, but nothing carries over.
Yeah.
And I know you shouldn't. That
Yeah.
shouldn't be the be all and end all. But I didn't want to grind it, like get all the weapons up and get your rank up, and then it just when the game comes out, you're starting from scratch anyway. So I thought, well, I just wanted to
You're
play it for a
going
couple of
for
hours.
the, I've seen enough. I'm happy with what I've
Yeah.
experienced. I will pick it up
Yeah,
and enjoy it at another point.
basically, yeah. I mean, it's good. I like it. I probably will get it day one, only mainly because it's like what you were saying earlier. It's more of a community game where you're going to get more people on to play with. Other than that, I just think it's another Battlefield game. It's I've said in the Discord, it's not groundbreaking or anything like that. It's just Battlefield.
It didn't
It
need to be,
works.
did it?
It's
It just
good.
needs to go back to what it was rather
Well,
than.
that's it. That's what. Yeah, that's what people wanted, really. So it does that. So the true Battlefield fans are gonna like it, I think. Um, Other than that, it's just Battlefield. I mean, I like to say I'm more of COD. I still think I prefer COD just because it's more. I just think the shooting's better. I don't know. I just prefer it. So I'll still be on Warzone. And I noticed this weekend they brought the new season out. Whether that was just fluky timing or whether it was purposely done so that it timed with the Battlefield beta release. So I went on that for a bit. But yeah, Battlefield. I mean, like Webby says, you can drag. That's like a new little mechanic where you can drag when you revive it. I'm primarily playing as a medic, or I was, but just because I find that's the way I'll get more points because I'm just like reviving people, dropping your health down for
I
people and stuff
used
like
to
that.
like that play style though. I must admit, I used to like being rewarded for being the job's worth. Like not
Yeah,
necessarily being Mr. Frontman, nicking all the kills and everything, but taking out like supply routes and helping people, healing people, getting like a ton of assist points and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, and you really have got a like. It's good when we had a squad, Webby, wasn't it? There was me,
Oh yeah.
you, Rusty, and Clarky, and we're all different classes, all communicating, helping each other out. Like when we're in the tank, Webby's um, being the engineer and repairing it, and I was the medic, and someone else is like dropping ammo down. And it's good. You got it's a game you really got to communicate with each other in it, haven't you?
Yeah, I do agree with that 100% because obviously I've been pumping a lot of hours into it, so I've been playing it quite a lot on my own, just with random, just jumping in, and obviously
Yeah.
you get put in a random squad, and being with people you know and you're talking to makes a huge difference, because what I
Definitely.
find is when you're on your own,
No one revives you, do they?
well, no
It's a
one
pain in the
revives
arse.
you. The squad, like, even though if I'm squad leader and I mark up, because I'm really anal about marking up the points that we're going to take, half the squad
Yeah.
don't adhere to that. And when you die and you look at the map, you can see where your squad mates are, and all
Yeah.
three of them are dotted in completely
Oh,
different
boy.
places of the map. And you're like, you should be working together because it rewards.
Exactly.
It rewards you playing together because especially when you're not a support class, so you can't revive. You need to be round your squad because you can only revive your squad mates as a different class. So, but I'm quite liking the classes because the support class is the medic, but also can chuck down ammo packs as well. So it's kind of that's a really good class to have in your squad.
Yeah.
And then obviously the engineer I really like because you can hold two extra weapons, not guns, but I take the rocket launcher and the stinger, which you never could do. You could only either have one or the other in the old Battlefield, so I quite like being able to take both in. I know it's very unrealistic because who's going to be carrying all that, but I quite like that. The assault class is interesting because they can have two primary weapons. So when I was doing some of the, I wanted to do some unlocks on the assault class. I found I was running with an assault rifle and a DMR, and a DMR is pretty much like that happy medium between a sniper rifle and an assault rifle because it's a single shot
Yeah, it's like the
rifle.
battle rifle from Halo, wasn't it?
Yeah, because you can put a decent scope on it, and it's pretty much just a quick fire sniper rifle. It does less damage than the sniper rifle, and I was finding that really good. The only negative that I'm finding with the game, and I hope they sort this out, is the assault class can, as a secondary weapon, can obviously have the shotgun, and the shotguns are way overpowered. Like you'll find if you're in a building, it's just a one-shot kill. So it gets very frustrating when you're trying to take a point. There's one of the maps where I think it's C is in a building, and you have to be in the building to cap it. And it's just all these shotgun noobs just running around, just one-shotting you. And that does get really annoying.
At least they're not shotgun sniping you from across the map
Well,
and stuff.
No, but I mean, that's kind of the only annoyance I've got with the game, to be honest. Obviously, I'm playing with it on a mouse and keyboard, and I've heard some people getting annoyed with the ping system on controller on console because you've got to double tap L1, which is a bit silly for having to double tap to ping people or to ping your targets or whatever. Should just be.
You'd think it'd be another thing of like sort of like if you look at something like down your sights and then you push like LB or something.
Yeah, something like
like
that would be better. I know you can change your controls though, so it might be worth
up on
doing
the
for
D-pad
people.
or something.
Yeah, but as I say, what I found is I've tried the choppers a few times, and I don't know if they've changed the controls since the old Battlefields, because I can't fucking fly a chopper with a controller to save my life. But what I'm finding is on a keyboard, it's really easy for me. I don't know, like controller used to be easier, but I'm finding it easier with a keyboard and mouse for some strange reason. And the jets, I've only tried once and failed miserably. But the beta ends today for this weekend. Next weekend, it's on again, and they're adding another map. It's one of the maps set in America. So I'm quite looking forward to checking that out as well. Because I'm getting a bit sick of the same three maps being rotated now. It'd be nice to have a different map. The way the way the unlocks work is you get a player ranking, which gives you unlocks of more guns and stuff. But also, as you use a weapon, you level up your weapon and then unlocks, a bit like COD really, it unlocks more things for your weapon. So you get like 100 points to use on your weapon, and assigning, like adding different attachments uses points. So like a scope will be like 20 points, like a different type of clip will be like 5 points, and it all adds up. And then and I think it works quite well because once you've maxed out your gun, it's quite nice. If you've got an assault rifle, like I have like 2 scopes on it. In the end, I have like a long range scope, like a 4 times, and then you can cant it, have the canted sights, and it's like just a red dot. So that's quite nice to have. So I quite like that progression. It makes you, I think, try more weapons because you get that feeling of, well, I've maxed out this weapon, I'm going to fob it off and try something else now, and then you kind of get a feel for different weapons, which is quite nice. So
do we know if your things are going to carry over to the next weekend's beta?
I think it will, yes. I think your beta stuff.
Oh, is that the open beta, is it?
Well, no, the open beta's been on this weekend as well. So it was closed on Thursday, Friday to people that just had to get codes via Twitch or something. And then Saturday and Sunday was open. And then next weekend is also open. So that's how it's working. And then the game is launching the 10th of October. So that's going to be a bit of a long wait, unfortunately.
That's not too bad. That's not that far away when you think about
Was
it.
it August, September, October? Yeah, for what? 3 months, 2 months?
Yeah, but the problem is, mate, I'm addicted. And after the beta weekend, next weekend, I'm going to have the shakes. no other game's going to come close until this is out for me now. That's how much
so
I'm
you
loving
prefer it over this Armour Reformer game that you raved about?
See, Armour Reforged is a different beast. It's way more realistic, and I do really enjoy it. But this is, I don't know, this gives me that feeling of being in my late 20s again, playing on the Xbox 360, Battlefield Bad Company and stuff. It's just a really nice feeling to have. It's brought me right back. And you know, when I was playing this with Illmatic last night, and I hadn't gamed with Illmatic for quite a while, or spoken for quite a while, and we were both.
Is he on PC? Is he, or is he?
He was actually playing this on Xbox last night.
All right.
And I said to him, "Oh, why aren't you playing it on your PC? Because I know he built a PC a couple of years ago." And he said, "Oh, so basically on PC, what they're doing with all the new games, well, even 2042 they added this. You got to enable trusted launch on your PC. So basically, it's a bit of a shit, really, and they're using the excuse of anti-cheat, which I kind of get, but it's basically." On more modern machines, on the motherboard, you've got this chip called a Trusted Platform Module, and that enables secure boot on your PC. It just makes it a bit more secure. So if that's not enabled, the game won't launch. It comes up with an error saying, please enable secure boot. But the problem with that is perfectly good PCs that are a little bit older and don't have the module will never be able to play this game. So it's kind of forcing you to upgrade your hardware. Yeah, it's naughty. It is naughty. Because like on the PC I built for Marcus as an example, like his doesn't have it on, but you shouldn't really be able to install Windows 11 without it. But I don't know.
People will find a bypass for it, I imagine.
Well, it would be nice, but you know that's kind of what's put people off. So anyway, when I was speaking to Illmatic last night, he said, "Oh yeah, I need to enable the secure boot," and I'm a bit hesitant because I don't really know what I'm doing. And I think that's going to be the thing with a lot of people. If you're not really like semi-technical on PCs, you're not really going to feel comfortable going into your BIOS and doing things. So I kind of understand that from that point of view. But yeah, so he's playing on Xbox. He will probably said he'll try and get it on PC. But no, and this is what I'm liking about crossplay, yeah, because I've been gaming with people on PlayStation and Xbox, and EA have actually done a good thing for a change. I know it's strange to actually be praising EA for once. What they've done, because in the past they've made it very difficult for you to friend each other across different platforms, but what they've done is if you've got your EA account linked to your PlayStation account or your Xbox account, it automatically you can automatically see your friends across the platforms because it shows you, because it knows what accounts linked to what, if that makes sense. So if I log on to my EA account, I'll see my EA Xbox friends as an example because they've linked their EA account to their Xbox account, and then we can game together. So it's made it a bit more simple in that regard, which I think is quite nice. So yeah, no, I'm really go on, Peebs. Sorry,
I was just going to say they've done well with this beta, I think, because obviously they've got track record of things not working and stuff. So, and to be fair, it's all worked. I don't know if you've had any issues, Webby. We had a few. I had a few where after a game it wouldn't load straight into the next game. It would just sort of freeze up. I just dashboard it, go back into the game, and it would load up again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I suppose that's the whole point of these betas, is just to iron out a few issues, isn't it? So,
well, what's quite interesting to me is obviously I played a lot of Battlefield 2042 even when it first launched, and it was plagued with performance problems, connection issues. It was just a mess, to be quite honest with you, and that's why a lot of people either refunded it or saw the mess and never bought it. And even when it came to Game Pass, people didn't install it or play it because it's been tarred with that brush of when it launched. You know, and it goes to show how important a launch of a game is.
First impressions as well.
Yeah, 100%, mate. But I think they've done the right thing by doing these betas because people are jumping in. Obviously, the servers are absolutely rammed. And it's running really, really well. I think like on Thursday I had a server queue, but that's because they were ramping up the servers, I think, because I pretty much logged in as soon as it went live. And it took about half an hour or so for me to get in, and that's the only time I've had that issue. It's been fine, even though on Saturday I had a queue, and I was worried, and then it took about 2 minutes for me to get in. So that was okay. It's been mega popular. On Steam, it's had over 520,000 people playing it at the same time. That's just on Steam. And if you think there's people also playing it on the EA app, on the Epic Store, on PlayStation and Xbox, it's had well over 1 million players all playing it at the same time over the weekend, which is staggering, really, to be honest. And it seems to run pretty smooth the whole time. So that's given me the confidence to say that I think the launch will be fine for the game.
That's what they need to, like I've always said, haven't I? That's what they need to nail.
Yeah, 100%.
To get a good launch, because everyone knows it's almost like a meme with like the launches of a lot of EA and Battlefield games.
Yeah.
So if they can actually get it done and dusted for once, then good on them. They'll be able to shake that image off, and it will help them moving forward as well.
Yeah, it does help because the I think one of the devs has come out on social media saying that, you know, that they feel that they've learned from their mistakes and they're just taking a lot of, like, Battlefield 6 has taken a lot of heavy influence from Bad Company and Battlefield 3 and 4, which is what we want to hear, really. Because those, for me, were peak Battlefield, to be honest.
It's not like EA have the massive game catalogues that they used to have back in the day when these games were plagued with all the issues either as well. They've pretty much just got like the 3 sort of or 4 franchises now, haven't they? And that's it.
Yeah. But it's also good to see that it's not. I'm not trying to knock COD because Peebs is a massive fan of it, but it's just nice to see that they're not putting loads of silly skins in it for characters. Not really anything for weapons either. They're just trying to keep it a military shooter. Obviously, it's not realistic, but it's just nice to not have all that bollocks.
I mean, we know why all of that stuff is in COD.
Oh yeah, it's money, of course.
It's because of the fact that it's for Warzone, which is free to play, and they have to make money off of something.
Yeah.
So selling skins and all that kind of stuff is going to be how they make a lot of their money. So I'd be worried about novelty skins hitting Battlefield if they had like a free to play free to play battle royale mode to that as well. You might start seeing that seep in.
Well, to say, previously, they've not really gone down that route, have they, with any of the Battlefields, with skins and things? Not that I can remember.
No, but it's just on Battlefield 2042, they had the characters, and a few of them were celebrities as the characters.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and it just didn't feel right, and that's why people complained about it straight away. And that's why when I've been playing 2042 recently, they've added modes which don't have that. They added the old classes instead. And they've been the most popular on that game. So that's why they've said that they're not going to add any skins and stuff like that. I hope they stay true to their word, because there is rumours that they are going to be adding a Battle Royale mode to the game early next year. So watch this space and see what happens, I guess. But at the minute, the way it is, it's all very positive in my opinion, and it's just nice to actually be excited for a game for a change instead of slagging something off. It just feels good to me. I'm just so positive on this. I'm so hyped. I'm just excited for a game again, and it's just a great feeling.
Yeah, and hopefully it will bring bit of the community together again. There's some gamer nights and get some people on it.
Yeah, I mean, even Clarkey was on the other day. I couldn't believe it. His missus let him on. I was astonished. So no, it's been good. You know, I've been on every day. People have been joining me Like I've left myself just in the Discord voice chat, and people have been hopping in and out and saying hello and joining games and bits and pieces. It's been fun time, man. I've really enjoyed it. It's just felt like the glory days of playing Battlefield on the 360 again for me, and it's just been really, really good.
Yeah, and the Discord's a bit of a godsend, isn't it? Because obviously there was you on PC, me on PlayStation, Clarky on Xbox, and we're all chatting in the Discord. So even if you're on different systems, you can still just jump in the Discord and chat. So it's good.
Yeah, Doug's just said in the Twitch as well that just going back to the queuing, he was 7,500 in the queue, and he was in the game a minute later. So went down super quick, and now he's just pondering where to buy the game, whether to buy it on PlayStation or PC. It's up to you, mate. I'm not going to force you either one way or the other, but all I will say is check how much it is on CD keys, because it's a hell of a lot cheaper on PC on CD keys than it is on the consoles. So that might sway you in one direction if price is a factor for you. But no, and the other thing we haven't really touched on much on this is the destruction is back, and it's actually it's really
as mad as the multiplayer trailer made it look, with like buildings collapsing all over the place. And,
what's interesting about it? Well, some buildings and walls don't get destroyed, which is weird, but most of them do. But it feels very impactful, like when you're in a building and it's getting pummeled by a tank, like your whole screen shakes, and you like your screen is shaking, and you get the noise. Like I'll be wearing my headphones quite loud, and you get the sound of the building, you know, like all the girders like creaking and all that. Yeah, and it's like, and it's so realistic, and you're like, and you're so immersed in the game, you're like, oh my god. And I've had it a couple of times where I've been in the building laying down, like trying to shoot people, and the building's been pummeled and the screen's been shaking, and then all of a sudden the building will just collapse on top of me and kill me, and I'll be like, oh.
I mean, that is one of the things that Battlefield was always praised for, was the sound.
Oh, it's
like
amazing.
It's really so good sound.
Yeah, they do such a good job with it. And it's cool because not every wall then is good cover for people, because if I'm trying to shoot someone and then they keep on hiding behind the wall, I just break out my rocket launcher and just destroy the wall that they're hiding behind, and then I shoot them. So, you know, there's always options, especially if you're an engineer, and I like that because it just makes the game more fun as well as a bit more realistic as well, you know. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. I say the big map is fun with the vehicles. I love the vehicles. The smaller maps, I mean, I enjoy them. I don't love them as much as the big maps, but Battlefields have always had a mixture of both anyway. Who can forget the infamous level in the subway, which you still managed to have fun on back in the day. So, you know, it has a mixture of both. It's frantic gameplay. It's fun. It feels like it's back to me, and I'm just absolutely loving it, and I will be all over the beta again this weekend coming.
Yeah, I'll probably jump on again at the weekend.
Excellent. Yeah, I've got to check out the new map, and then
they drip feeding stuff in each beta as well.
Yeah, so as I say, they're adding one of the America maps. Can't remember which map it is.
Yeah, I must admit, from the promo material I watched for the multiplayer thing, there seemed to be a lot of maps that sort of took place in America, or a few of them.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, is the storyline for this game, because I think it has got a campaign, is it going to be almost akin to sort of like Modern Warfare, where obviously like they start fighting a war in America's backyard kind of thing?
Yeah. Oh, so just an update then. So the beta for weekend number 2 is actually starts on Thursday, the 14th, running to the 17th.
Cool.
So at the minute we've got
Friday afternoon then.
Yeah, so at the minute we've got 3 maps, and the modes we've got is Conquest, Closed Weapon Conquest, which is the one that I've been playing 99% of the time, Breakthrough, Domination, and King of the Hill. And then for weekend 2, they're adding another map called Empire State, which is set in New York, and they're adding Rush, Squad Deathmatch, and more, is what it says. So watch this space. So yeah, it's good. They've given us a lot of content, I'd say, for the betas to give it a good bish bash bosh. So yeah, I'm excited. And I think that's all I can say on it, really. I think we touched on pretty much everything on the beta, to be quite honest. So the destruction's good, the graphics are stunning, the gameplay's fast and fluid, the vehicles are good, everyone's jumping on in the community. Even Peebs likes it, which is great. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed what I played. Like I say, I don't want to put too much time into it because I don't want to. I'm into my rankings and stuff, and I don't want to put too much time into it, wasting. And if it's not going to carry over, but I've seen enough. I mean, I'll come on again on Friday.
Yeah,
I get
sweet.
Friday afternoons off work, so I'll come on Friday and have a couple more hours on it. But yeah,
Sweet.
From what I've seen, I shall be picking it up.
Sounds like a plan, Batman.
Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to mention, Peeps? I don't know what your time scale is like for staying on. I know you.
Well, I can stay on for a couple of, till about 10, so another hour or so.
Oh, sweet. Cool. Good times. Darren, you play anything you want to talk about? Games you've played or anything?
There's a few I've played. I might as well stick to the shootery thing for now while we're talking about those. Killing Floor 3, I've played a bit more on that. Still sort of ranked up on it. I'm now rank 20 on the class I was using, and I've kind of started sussing out each of the different character classes. One of the classes I actually thought was going to be pretty annoying to use because they're melee focused pretty much most of the time, which is like the ninja class, is actually really cool because you get the ability to block attacks with your sword. So when you've got a lot of the melee enemies like the chainsaw dude or the sort of flesh pound sort of jumping at you and stuff, you can like defend also against some of the bosses, especially I can't remember what it's called. There's one of them like there's a boss that there's like 3 of them at once, like big mechanical things, and they jump all over the place and you can like parry and knock them back and stuff with that class, which is awesome. Plus you can also have like ranged weapons in like kunai and shuriken and stuff, so I think they even have access to a bow as well if you want to go down that route.
I know you've played the other Killing Floor games, Darren. Like the reviews on this are quite mixed on Steam because I was reading them last week when you were talking about it. A couple of gripes, I don't know if you would agree with them or not, is one, people are saying that the new Unreal Engine is shite, and I do agree with the new Unreal Engine on PC in particular doesn't run too good, pondering how it runs on console. And the other question I have is, how does it compare to the other games in the franchise? Because a lot of the complaints are saying that it's kind of a different game, it's not a true Killing Floor game.
It's been a while since I played number 2, which I really liked. I think one of the main differences, as far as I'm aware, is in the old one you chose a class and then you chose the character to play, whereas in this you choose the class and the character, they're basically merged together.
Right. Okay.
There's obviously less content in this one than there was the previous Killing Floor games because they've obviously had a shed load of stuff added. Like the bosses, like at the moment there's only 3 bosses you fight. There's like the big Swarm Queen or whatever it is. You've got the Chimera and then the one that I was trying to think of the name of earlier.
No, fair enough. But you're still enjoying it, though. I mean, it's all because it is a multiplayer shooter, and you've never really been into multiplayer, games much, Darren?
It's
Apart
a
from co-op.
co-op.
I was about,
No, it's just full on co-op. There's no
fair
versus
enough.
or anything. It's just a co-op. It's basically like zombies, but with progression.
Right. Okay.
Like a COD zombies. You fight through waves. You earn money and credits and stuff, and then you survive, level your classes up, get better abilities, level all of those different bits and bobs. You can also obviously equip your weapons with different attachments and upgrade those as well,
Nice.
which give you extra bonuses. So each class plays like slightly different. I'd say my favourite at the moment, I don't know. There's a few actually I like. The ninja I like. The sharpshooter. The flame character, like the pyro, has some interesting weapons, but not all of them are fantastic.
And it's 4-player, is it? Four-player co-op?
6.
6? Well, that's okay. Cool.
Which I think is 2 more than your 4. I think Killing Floor
Yes.
3
was
was
4.
only 4.
Nice. If it was cheaper, mate, I'd pick it up.
Yeah, I imagine it'll probably hit any one of the streaming things in a couple of months or so.
Yeah, I imagine
when they
so.
probably do like because they've apparently got a roadmap. They're supporting on it. They're working on new bugs. They're going to be adding new like maps and new bosses and stuff as well. But they've obviously got to test them out and make sure it all sort of goes well. The development for this one seemed to be a bit ropey.
Right.
Like they did an open beta, didn't they? Like back in February or March for the PC, and it went down so badly that they basically like pushed the game back like to an unspecified release date, which was like 4 or 5 months later. But I think for the budget title, I think it's perfect for like that 25-30 quid range.
Yeah.
Type of a game. Because you are literally just sort of just redoing the same maps over and over and over again. But but the gameplay is fun, the shooting's fun, and everything. So that sort of keeps you logging in. So I sort of just like play 3 or 4 games a day, like slowly chipping away and sort of get your dailies done and stuff, and then sort of come out because they grant you a bit of extra XP and stuff. There is a battle ass as well, obviously, because every new game seems to have a battle ass.
Yeah.
And that's obviously where you get a lot of your daily stuff. So you get like Battle Pass XP and obviously XP towards your overall class ranking as well. The cards that you can actually unlock for the characters and completing the challenges are actually pretty cool. So you usually get like a plain standard version of the card with like a picture on it. Then you get like a blood spattered one, and then you get an animated version for like the final unlock for it, because there's usually like 3 tiers to each one. I have actually had one problem on one of the maps, which is really annoying because it is probably one of the best maps. It's kind of in like a laboratory, and there's a nice sort of T-point that you can control, so they can come down the center or the 2 sides, and you can have a turret erected on one side which covers that, and then if there's a couple of you there, you can just basically keep an eye on those 2 ways in. It's really cool, and I played a game in there with some really funny guys the other day. They was obviously like people around our age, like northern lads.
Oh, was you in the game chat? Where yeah.
Yeah, well, I have to be careful because I've literally been sitting there playing the game before, and obviously I'm sitting there playing away and stuff, and I'm like, fuck off, and then I'll just like have see my name coming up in the corner, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, the PS controller's on, isn't it? You have to mute it.
Oh dear.
But yeah, you'll hear that loads. Like you'll hear some people that have their telly up too loud, and the controller's picking it up, and it's causing feedback in the game chat. But you can still go in and just be like, you can see who's talking and just mute them.
Yeah.
But there was a couple of like really funny northern guys in there that were basically screaming and going on about Ghostbusters and that, because one of the healers has a gun that basically fires almost what looks like a proton beam.
Oh, right.
And these two Northers like, don't cross the fucking streams and that, like running around laughing and that.
Brilliant.
It was just like every now and again you'll get in games where like no one talks, but then you'll end up in games with like people just having a laugh,
Yeah.
and it's quite funny.
Oh, nice. That's good.
The only most sort of and on that map anyway. Sorry, getting to the point. There's like a bit at the end where it basically shows you where the last 5 enemies are.
Yep.
So you basically see where they are, and you can hunt them down and get rid of them to end the wave. Anyway, there's like a crawler that just glitches out in the back of one of the maps where you can't get to. Just keeps going around in circles on a bit, and I've had that happen 3 times on that map, and you just can't. It doesn't end. Like you'd think after a while it would auto teleport that enemy to somewhere else to solve that problem, but it doesn't. So it just stays permanently there, and you can't advance the wave or anything. You have to quit out. Which is kind of slightly irritating because you lose out on like all the progress and stuff you've made in the waves you've done up until that point.
How annoying.
For your challenges and whatnot.
Cool, man.
Mm.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah. But like I say, it's perfect to sort of like dip in and out of for a couple of games here and there and get that kind of fix. And it is nice that to have those games where you do get that feeling of like constant progression.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, even if I just use this class for something, I'm leveling them up. They're getting more money for their budgets to spend, etc. I can get new gear and some new perks for different weapons and stuff as well.
Cool, man. Right, let's get back to Graham, shall we?
Yeah, we're not going to ask Peebs what he's been playing, or was that just for the...
That's after you, mate. Graham, then Peebs.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, the only other thing I've really played, because I've not been back for very long, because it was on PS Plus, I've actually downloaded Liza's P.
Oh, fantastic.
Nice.
Oh, you'll get Darren talking to you forever about that.
And Peebs.
I'm about an hour in. And I've got to the guy. I think he's the first proper boss who's got the basket on his back, and his second stage is where and he pulls his head off and he uses it like a hammer.
Yeah.
I've got him down to about 20%, and I just sort of I was trying to play it, and I was tired, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to come back to it. So I'm going to kind of dip in and might grind my character a bit, level him up a bit, but it's a really good looking game. I am playing it on about the easiest skill level I can, and I'm finding that that's probably about right for me. So yeah, but no, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a very pretty game as well.
Yeah, the setting and the atmosphere and everything to it is like spot on.
I'm just trying to get my head around the sort of the different weapons and the different sort of attacks and stances and things like that. But no, I mean, like I say, I have literally played it, I think, for about 55 minutes, cleared the first area, got out of the station, and I've got to this guy who I'm assuming is the boss for the sort of the second area. But yeah, I sort of hit a bit of a roadblock, but I'm having a good time with it so far. So yeah, if anybody's got any tips, feel free and send them my way, because I'm an absolute noob at these games.
I mean, one of the things I will say that's pretty generous with that game in comparison to a lot of others of that sort of like Souls-like genre is the throwables are very powerful in that game.
Right.
So you could even have it like if you find that you're kind of one of those players that gets a boss down to sort of like say 20% HP left, and then you start panicking and freaking out and it all falls apart. Just when they get down to that 10-20% left, just pummel them with throwables, put them down.
Right. Yeah. No, I think this game it's got a DLC, hasn't it? And I think it's got like Is there a sequel coming for it, or am I getting the sequel and the DLC mixed up?
Definitely, at the end of the game, they definitely set up a sequel, which is weird because I presumed this DLC was going to be dealing with that. But
Yeah,
I'm not too sure because I haven't actually bought the DLC yet.
but
It's
like
going to
I
be one
say,
of those things I go for at some point when there's like a lull
yeah.
and just be like, "Yep, back in now, baby."
But no, I mean
Yeah.
it's on PS Plus, so
Yeah,
everybody
free on PS
everybody can have a go at it. So
Yeah, strange
Yeah, I
that
completed
because
it on Xbox. I did.
because it was on Game Pass. Is it still on
It
Game
was,
Pass?
yeah.
I can't remember. It must have come
Yeah.
off Game Pass. And...
I will
I think
say
it
if I have
rotated
any
out.
slight complaint at it, it basically requires you to play through 3 full times to completely 100% it to get the 3 different endings. But I think a lot of Souls likes kind of have that kind of thing in them anyway.
Yeah, they want to build that replay value, don't they?
I mean, it's not a long game either. You can go through it in about 20 something hours,
Oh, that's not too bad, is it?
I would say.
Depending on your skill base, I guess. I mean, I can't remember how long it took me, but obviously some of the bosses, I did complete it, but some of them bosses are hard, and there's no difficulty setting, is there? So you can't change
There was
it to
one
make it any
boss,
easier.
well, technically 2 bosses that I had gave me a lot of shit. One was the sort of technically the proper final boss.
Yeah.
I
couldn't beat him.
And the other one was in an area that I'll just kind of say is filled with loads of trash. That boss was a bastard, I found.
I'm tempted.
Yeah.
I've seen it on PlayStation. Obviously, it's on PS Plus, and I'm tempted because obviously I completed it on Game Pass, and I think it is Pro Enhanced, isn't it, on the PlayStation?
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it is.
and it'll probably look really nice, but I just I don't know whether I can go through it again because I remember it being quite frustrating in parts, and I just don't know whether I want to put myself through that again. But it would be nice to try just to see how it looks.
Easiest thing to do is just add it to your catalogue.
Yeah.
Just go on the thing, add it to your library, and that way it's always there to download if you ever feel the need or feel the urge.
Yeah, because I never played the DLC, so that might be interesting. I don't know.
I think the DLC is available part-way through the game, or it's only accessible maybe on a NG, like a New Game Plus. Because I think I did New Game Plus, and I was currently on a New Game Plus 2 run. But I'm not too sure what point I was up to on my New Game Plus 2 run.
Wow.
But yeah, it's a great setting, isn't it? It's like that Victorian era sort of Pinocchio type thing, isn't it? And it's quite a good era. It does look nice, and the settings and stuff is good.
It's weird, isn't it? Because it came out of nowhere, really, because there's been so many Dark Souls clones, and I don't remember anyone really being hyped for this before it came out.
And it was a Game Pass launch title as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Again, it was kind of like, I would say, around the similar way of like Expedition 33, where like the early trailers came out and you're like, this looks really promising. Is it going to be good though? And then when it come out, I didn't get it obviously straight away. I got it sort of like more towards the end of the year when there was like a lull.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh yes, this is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. In fact, it's like my favourite Souls game. Like, I prefer it to the Dark Souls games, to be honest. Like, I've never really got on fully with those games. Like Demon Souls, Dark Souls, all the rest of it. This is my favourite of that genre.
Elden Ring? Better than Elden Ring?
Yeah, I didn't really get on particularly well with Elden Ring either. They're slightly slow. This the main thing that I really appreciate in games is how the combat feels, and the combat in Lies of P feels spot on, whereas the combat in Souls games feels sluggish and unresponsive at times.
Can I just
Whereas in Lies of P, it's crisp. Like when you perfect block and parry and all that kind of stuff, you know when you're nailing it, it just feels right.
So a couple of things that people have mentioned on Twitch while you guys have been talking. Daddy Ikin says, "Evening, lads." Hello, Daddy Ikin. Hope you're doing well. But just Edders has mentioned that they have added difficulty settings to Lies of P in a recent update. Yes.
Oh, right, weird.
That could be a game changer. That could be. I might download it and play it.
On it.
I might play it on the easiest setting just to get through it, so I can do the DLC and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna download that.
I still remember one of my mates when I was playing it in chat, and I was basically playing through it as he was sort of like playing as well, and I was sort of explaining to him where I was in the game, and he said, "Oh, have fun with the next boss." And I've gone in there and I'm like, "Oh shit, all of them at once?" And he was like, "Yep." And 5 minutes later, I was like, "First time, baby," and he was like, "Fuck off." I was like, "First time."
Brilliant. Good times.
Love that.
I don't know. I think for me.
So Graham did. Sorry, Webby. I was just saying, Graham. So you actually put it on easy setting then, did you? Did it give you the option? Did it?
I did. Yes, I think it gives you 5 skill levels. I think it gives you very easy, normal, hard, or very hard. I think.
Okay.
Wow! So they've made it proper accessible. I'm surprised there wasn't an outcry about that.
Yeah.
Because you know what some of the elitists are like? They're like, "Oh, you're making it easy for the noobs."
If it had been a Dark Souls, it would have done, wouldn't it? But
I mean, all obviously Demon Souls, the Dark Souls, Elden Ring, they never had the settings, and I think they do. I mean, obviously that's for the hardcore gamers. Like, oh yeah, we don't want it being easy, but I don't know. I think they're missing out and making it losing players, because if you have an easy, people want to play it, but they're put off because of the difficulty. You can still, enjoy the game and play it on the easy setting just for the story. I don't know why they sort of do that, but it's good. I think it's good that they've done that, because I'll play it again now.
Yeah, some of the times the annoyance mainly comes from things like being cheap shotted.
Yeah.
Where it's like an enemy will just come out and like hidden around a corner or something, can just fucking cheap shot you, and you're just like, "Oh, piss off!" Like that is frustrating.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't know when they did that, to be honest. Because that definitely wasn't an option when I was playing through it.
No, definitely not.
Well, there you go. It's an excuse to get back into it. Look.
Yeah, I don't know. These Dark Souls clones. I mean, I did enjoy Lies of P. I was just like, my brain's like, fucking hell, I want to go back to 2023 when I played it. But I don't know. Nothing can beat the magic of the original Dark Souls for me. Just that was kind of my intro to finally finishing one of those games, because I never finished Demon Souls and really enjoyed Elden Ring.
It's the only one I've not completed is the Demon Souls one.
Yeah, but I think, because I tried to play Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, which hit Game Pass. That's another Dark Souls clone. I'm just like, can't be arsed. I play them for a couple of hours. I'm just like, meh. Just doesn't hold that magic for me as the originals, those original Dark Souls and stuff.
Well, we did it with Elden Ring. It's good when you get when you can obviously get the co-op in for your bosses and stuff. Because I remember me and you, we had to cheese the end boss, didn't we, on Elden Ring? Because that was difficult. That end boss.
Yeah.
I was scouring the internet to see how we could cheese that final boss, because that was just how you would not beat it. How you would beat him without cheesing it, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that was fucking well hard. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was good satisfaction with Lies of P, because obviously there's no co-op in that. There was no settings back when I played it, and I completed that beating the bosses. The only one because at the end Switch, you've got optional bosses, haven't you? And it depends on how you which ending you get, because I think
Yeah.
I've killed the final boss, but then there's an optional main boss, which you can get as well. That's the only one I didn't actually. I mean, I completed the game, but I didn't kill that boss because he's an optional boss, and I must have
That's
had
the
about
one you
100,
kind of
100
want,
goes on him.
yeah, that's because you get a weapon off him. That final boss, and that's how you get the obtain all weapons trophy or achievement or whatever. It's
so I'm
it's
gonna
one of
download
those
it.
where it was just like it was a really good boss, but it was like quite manic at times.
Yeah. Well, I might be able to beat him
I
now.
just
Got an easy setting.
yeah.
Rubenstein.
I mean, the other thing as well is like it might even be like one of those things where like if you could actually alter the difficulty setting while you're in the game, it could even be something where like you put it on an easier setting yourself, like to get used to how it plays again. As you're sort of getting back into it. It'd be interesting. I'm actually tempted to check it out to see how different it is in comparison, just to see how. I imagine it's a lot of it is just like the enemies hit slightly less damage, like they don't take as much damage from you. And I thought it was actually quite generous anyway. There never was, as far as I'm aware, any sort of like cheap sort of bosses that like do you in like 2 hits kind of thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, shall we move on to Peebs?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, Peebs? You played anything else?
Yeah, well, obviously I haven't been on for a while, so I'm not going to go through every game that I've played since I was last on. But the one obviously you've been talking about Death Stranding quite a lot, so I haven't really going into that. But yeah, I really love that. I don't know how I didn't not play it when it first came out, and I think I know why. Actually, it was Webby. Webby put
No,
me on
don't blame me.
Oh, what? Because you used to just slag it off, didn't you? Oh, it's just a parcel game. You just deliver it, and it just sort of put me off, so I never played it.
Well, it is for the first like 5-6 hours.
It is, but you don't realise how satisfying some of it is. Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating in parts. Like some of the, I mean, people have said the second one's a bit more accessible for people who found the first one a bit, bit not daunting, but just got a bit bored of the parcels. And then sometimes you got to deliver to a lot far away place, and you got to go across mountains, and it's quite a trek and takes a while. But the second one apparently is. I mean, I have got the second one. I've only got to the first bit, so I've not put too much time into it yet because I'm playing this game. What I'm going to talk about, which is Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden. Now I know
Stunty played this, didn't he?
yeah, Stunty played it and talked about it when he was last on. But it's dropped on the PS store, well not store, the subscription PS Plus, whatever you want to call it. So I thought I'd download it and give it a go, thinking it'd just be like a 8-10 hour game. I can quickly plough through it so I can get onto Death Stranding 2. No, I think I've done 38 hours in it so far.
Wow.
And I'm still not finished it.
Just a quick one, Peebs, on that. It's on this month's Humble Bundle on PC as well. So a big shout out to Turner in the community. He gave me his code for it. He got through Humble Bundle because he already owned the game. So I now own it on Steam. So I'm going to give it a go soon.
Yeah, I think you'll like it, Webby.
I probably will, yeah. But I've had my eye on it for a little while, actually. But I've never got round to playing it. Obviously, never bought it. But so I've got it now. So thank you, Turner.
Yeah, it's set in like colonial America when the English first sort of started colonizing it. So it's sort of set in the 1600s, and they've all got like English British accents. So you're playing as a husband and wife who've been sent to the colonies to like banish ghosts, and there's like a haunting in the town in the city where they've set up. So you just go around and you get all these different cases, and you got to sort of solve them, and then you can decide at the end to banish the ghost or banish the human type of thing. But I'm really enjoying the story. The graphics are great. The story's great. The only thing that I've frustrating part I found with it is the fast travel. You set up these little campfires, and that's your save. That's your save point, your rest point, when you can upgrade your weapons and abilities and stuff. I found that you do end up having to backtrack quite a lot, and the map is huge. That's what I was saying earlier. I didn't realise it was such a big game.
Wow.
The map's huge. There's loads to do. There's like I think it's 4 or 5 different areas. There's collectibles. So, if you're really anal, you can go around and do all the 100% completion. There's like obviously so many campfires to find, treasure chests, Bibles and stuff to collect. And it's obviously because it's set in that era, like the Puritans and stuff. So it's all set like and they're all like really religious and stuff and God fearing. And I don't think the story's done really well. Yeah, I'm really liking it. The trophies are a bit stingy, but and I think there's 2 different endings. So I don't ideally got to play through it twice, especially if you want to platinum it. So that's probably something I won't be doing because it's just too. It's too long. I'm enjoying it, but not enough for a second playthrough. And then because I want to get on Death Stranding as well, and a few other games I've downloaded, and a few I've got my eye on as well. So now this Lies of P again is like I'm just downloading that now because of the setting.
Brilliant.
So it's just so much. There's so much to play. I know we moan there's not many good games, but I don't seem to be struggling at the minute.
I think it's mood. I think I get like that. Like I moan I've got nothing to play, but then I've got a huge back catalogue of games to play. It's just the mood for a lot of them just doesn't strike a lot of the time.
No, and obviously a lot of them are single players, and we haven't had that community game. Well, not for a long time, but hopefully Battlefield will solve that. But yeah, I'm liking this Ghost of New Eden. If you're on PlayStation Plus, I'd recommend. I think you'd like it as well, Graham.
I'll give it a go.
Have you
Is it
played
on the
it, Darren?
core or whatever it is? No, is it on the actual core or is it on the actual premium?
I think it's on the premium.
Yeah, because I don't remember it being on the actual PlayStation Plus standard thing. I think that was just Lies of P, Daisy, and something else, wasn't it? That I already own. I think.
My Hero One's Justice.
Oh right, yeah, Academia 2, yeah, One Justice 2 or whatever, yeah, which I have already. So.
Yeah, so it's on the actual catalogue, like their version of Game Pass, where it's called.
Well, it's worth it as well, like because I'm just having a look on Shop 2. There's only a physical edition for it on Xbox. There's no PlayStation one, and it's 50 quid.
Wasn't there?
50 quid, man! Jesus. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of gameplay there for games are like going 50, 60, 70 quid now. I mean, I noticed that Mafia is only 40, 45.
Yeah, I think I paid about.
Why is that? Is that because it's a smaller game? Is it not a full game?
I don't know. I think it's like reasonably big, as far as I'm aware. They just didn't want to price it at like a super hefty price. I think there's a nice thing now, depending on the budget of like the actual development of a game. I think they're pricing games similar with that because they could have quite easily charged 50, 60 quid for like Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Yeah.
And that came out at like the £40 price tag.
Yeah, Mafia's £45 on Steam. I'm not sure how much is on console, did you say?
It's 45 on PlayStation to download. Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. CD keys, it's 34, which isn't bad either.
No, that's good.
For a brand new game.
I mean, to be fair, I've liked the Mafia games in the past, and this one does. I mean, they've been advertising it a lot, haven't they? Every time I'm on social media, I see adverts come up for it.
Yeah.
So they're pushing it.
I've played it. I have it.
Oh. Well, perhaps you can talk to us about it in a minute.
Prologue. I've only completed the prologue.
Oh, right.
So, again, I'm not entirely too sure what there is. There was all this hubbub when the game first came out about the fact, like you said, Webby, didn't you? Like, the PC specs are meaty as fuck. Like, it's going to be interesting to see how this runs on consoles and stuff. And then I think it was like a little while later, the devs actually spoke out and said there's going to be a performance and graphics options for people on the series and consoles, etc.
Yeah.
And that is there. So I've gone performance with VSync on. I think which is good. Is VSync on good, or is VSync off good? I don't know.
Depends what you want to
I
do.
know one of
Mate.
them allows like a higher frame rate, doesn't it? To do with like the television syncing.
Well, it depends if you've got, VSync just sticks to the refresh rate of the screen. If you have like G-Sync or FreeSync, it stops the screen tearing using that different technology. We're getting into very much a PC space here.
Yeah, but yeah, it starts off. You play a young guy working in the mines in Italy, and you're trying to obviously, like with your mate, save up some cash to get out there and kind of make a name for yourself, as it were. You sort of like got your traditional sort of slave driving owner who sort of seems to care more about the business and profit than actual people's health and safety, etc.
That's my boss.
I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, things sort of go down, and you leg it off into sort of like the sort of open worldy sort of part, I believe, to obviously start the game properly. It's got all of the sort of things that are tent poles of that franchise, I'll say, if it were. Like, you've got interesting characters that look pretty well. Like, the game's pretty, like, very pretty in places as well. And it seems to run and look really good. Obviously playing it on the Pro in performance, so I'm not entirely too sure what the differences are. I haven't seen any Digital Foundry breakdowns or anything as of yet for exact pixel counts and stuff. I think it's like a dynamic resolution for it. It sort of takes you through all the tutorials, the sneaking about, you're picking up notes, you've got collectibles to find, all these other bits and bobs. And I've just sort of got to the point where I'm trying to escape from the area I've run off to. But it's teaching you about all these other mechanics, like keeping your knife sharpened, because you can use it to break locks, but each time you do that, it like dulls the blade, etc. Like I say, it started off quite promising. I'm looking forward to it. I noticed Rubbish has been playing it most of the weekend on my friends
He picked it up, did he? Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting to that point where you're kind of starting to make a name for yourself, and you're building your relationships with your different characters and making your way up the chain, as it were.
Yeah.
So like I said, like Peebs just said, like I'm a bit of a fan of the Mafia series and how they sort of play out. So hopefully this one carries on down the same route.
Yeah, nice.
And
Yeah.
like I say, the price point was nice as well.
Cool.
Yeah, it's definitely got me intrigued because I really enjoyed replaying the remaster of one of the Mafias. Was it Mafia 3 or something?
The first one,
Yeah.
Mafia 1, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a shame. The thing that pissed me off with that is it came out literally right on the cusp before we got the PS5 and the series consoles. So it's never been upgraded. So it looks great and was fantastic, obviously, on, I imagine, the PS4 Pro and the series, like the One X at the time. But it obviously was just locked to 30 FPS.
Yeah.
And it's never sort of come out of that, which is a shame, because it was a really like cool game, and it was like visually done well.
Definitely. No, I'm keeping an eye on this new Mafia. Anyway, I'm just holding off on game purchases at the minute because I really want to pick up the new Metal Gear at the end of the month. So, too many games,
yes, yeah. You've actually got a few things as well. I noticed during the week they announced the release date for Kronos, the new Dawn, didn't they?
Oh, what's the date on that?
September 5th.
Ugh. Too many games, man,
But
coming out.
September is already like a pretty beefy month for game releases.
Yeah.
Like I'd say, it's probably might even be like one of the best looking months for game releases of the year.
So many games, so little time.
But yeah, back to you then, Webby.
Yeah, alright, well, I'm going to bring us down to some utter shite now. I'm not going to talk about this for long.
Oh dear.
I had to try it because it's free to play on Game Pass. I think on Steam as well, I'm not sure. A little game called Fragpunk.
Ah, the card-based game, isn't it? Card-based.
I
team shooter,
played
isn't it?
one round of this and fucking deleted it. It is fucking shit. It's basically just trying to be like a Valorant or a Counter,
Overwatch.
one of those type of games. And I don't think it's done very well because half the players in the game were bots as well. So I don't think it's got a very big player base. It's just, I just don't really see there being a market for any more of these type of games because there's just so fucking many of them now. And it's just the cards. It's just like a shitty gimmick, really. I think just like adds more ammo to your guns or big head mode and stuff like that. You're just like, meh.
Really?
Yeah, it's just a very basic hero shooter. Like even the characters all look fucking like they look like they've been AI generated. They look shite. And then the guns are all just a bit meh as well. And I was just like, I played one
I
round,
think
like
it's a
one
South
game.
Korean developer that made this, or that
Shame,
were
man.
behind it.
Well, if it is, then they've done a shit job because it's just very meh. And as I say, like graphics are quite nice though, like of the world and stuff. It's got quite a nice, like a cool like art style and the lighting and all that was nice. But it's just like I was
It looks a
playing
bit
it.
like Apex.
Yeah, it is a little bit like Apex.
Again, like this is the other thing as well. Like you were saying, like about there being a lot of games of this type.
Yeah.
A lot of people who are fans of those type of games, they're already locked into a certain franchise or a certain title that they've already invested shitloads of hours in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really hard to break into the market now of that free to play.
I mean, the closest one that did
shooter.
actually do really well and is still doing pretty damn well, as far as I'm aware, is Marvel Rivals.
Yes, I think that's still doing okay. Yeah. Yeah. But no, I think
they've announced a new season for that as well, haven't they?
I wouldn't be surprised. But this just feels very generic, generic shooter with a gimmick of the cards, and I was just like, this ain't for me. Delete. So it's a shame, really, because I think it's going to die a death because I don't think the player base is very large on this anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a very.
I mean, this is the thing as well. Like, it's obviously a bit of a risk to make like a multiplayer game anyway.
Yeah.
That's specifically focused on multiplayer, because you've only got so many players. Those players have only got so much time, and like I said, they might already be invested in a ton of other games.
Yeah.
Whereas at least if you're pushing out like single player games, you're putting out games that are always generally available for people to go back to and to pick up, like that you might have ignored from like a couple of years ago, like I did with Control.
Yeah.
Even though it was like a 5-year-old game.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's Fragpunk. It's very meh. Get rid of it, Bosch, if you don't believe me.
It's on Game Pass, isn't it? I believe.
Yeah, I think it's a free-to-play game. I'm just going to have a very quick look on... Yes, it's free-to-play. Because I've just looked on Steam. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, it has got very positive reviews on Steam, so it could just be my my taste, but yeah, the player numbers are very low, and anyway, and yeah,
it might have also, because you're a new player, it might have put you in with bots in general because you're a new player. Because
But it wasn't all
even
bots.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like they put you in beginner leagues. It even does it in Street Fighter. Like
Right.
Street Fighter 6, you go into like beginner lobbies and
Right.
stuff. So
Yeah.
you're against like newer players. Because like Cliffy B said it ages ago, like with Gears 3, I think it was,
Right. Yeah.
when they introduced sort of like new multiplayer where you could only play it in like with other new people, so you weren't getting pwned every 5 seconds, because that's not enjoyable for people, is it?
Getting
You're not
shotgun
going to
rolled
get
to
into a
oblivion.
multiplayer game. Yeah, if you're constantly
Yeah.
getting hammered all the time, you're like, oh, this isn't for me, just drop it.
Clarky's joined the Twitch. Clarky, you've missed all the Battlefield chat at the beginning, man. You're going to have to rewind and listen to it.
It was like Titanfall as well, didn't it? They put like weird sort of AI running around in it as
Yeah,
well,
that's
so you could
right,
still
yeah.
feel like you were getting kills even if you weren't
Yeah.
actually doing well against actual players.
Yeah. Anyway, who was after me? I've forgotten the order completely now. Was it Graham?
Big
Or?
Graham.
I think
Yeah.
it might have been me, but I've not really played anything else much. I mean, I've had a little dabble with Gran Turismo, and like I say, I've not been back for long from being away, so I haven't played a hell of a lot of anything else, really.
Fair dues. What about you, Peebs?
Yeah. Game I was playing. What's it really called now? Hold Fast. Yeah, I think it's called Hold Fast.
Never heard of it.
It's
What the fuck is that?
You have
Yeah,
heard of
it's
it.
a big PC game, but it came to
Yeah, it's
consoles
huge
very
PC
recently. Yeah, and I used to see it all the time on all my socials, on TikTok and all that sort of stuff. People playing in it.
It's sort of
Looked
Civil War
hilarious.
era.
Oh.
Yeah, well, it's Napoleonic Wars. So you play as the French, the British, the Austrian Empire, things like that. But it's just hilarious playing it. And the people, I've joined the Discord for it and stuff. But
Oh.
yeah, so it's basically it's a multiplayer, and you can obviously pick which team you want to be at, which empire, British or the French, and then you get like there's loads of different. You could be like a general, then there's captains, sergeants, armory, medics. So there's all these different types of soldiers, and then they all have different perks and stuff. So like obviously, a bit like Battlefield, where if you're the medic, you can revive people and throw health down, and but if you're like a general, you can like put down a tent, which is where you'll all spawn from. So you get closer to the enemy, then you can put down a tent so you can spawn from there. So you're not having to go all the way back from the beginning of the map. But there's different maps. There's like sea battles as well. You can do on the ships, but it just makes me laugh just because it's all game chat and it's
Is it crossplay as
and
well?
everyone's just, yeah. So I'm obviously on PlayStation, but yeah, you can play with Xbox, and it's mainly PC players. But yeah, I just think it's really funny, and everyone's just like talking in like old accents and stuff, and like kill the French, kill the garlic eating frogs, and
There was
and then
that
you get the other
famous
ones.
clip from it, wasn't there? Like about when it first dropped, of like they're all marching in, holding a defence, and one of the guys is just playing bagpipes, getting everyone all hyped up, and then like he gets killed, and he's like, "No, Frederick, they got him. Give him steel, boys!" Like that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's just funny how everyone just talks like with this funny accents and stuff, and like posh British accents or in their French accents. But yeah, it's obviously a lot of Europeans and Americans on there, but yeah, you can if you play as the British, you could pick the musical guy, so he plays the bagpipes when you're marching into battle, and then you can play them while you're fighting, and it boosts the players around you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it sort of boosts the players, and then obviously if you're playing as a French, they play a different instrument, and can't remember off the top. I haven't put too much
Lute,
time into
probably.
it because yeah, but I want to get back more into it. But obviously with Battlefield coming out and it's a Warzone, it's like you just haven't got time to put too much time into all these multiplayer games. So I think I only paid, I think it was $15.99. It's not super expensive.
Yeah, I was looking on Steam at 16 quid on there, yeah.
Yeah, and then you can obviously that's like the base game. You get quite a few maps and stuff, but then there is DLC for it that you can buy other maps and stuff. But yeah, I mean graphically it's not the greatest, and it doesn't it doesn't play the greatest, but I don't know. There's just something about it. Obviously, I like the era, I like my history and stuff. So I was having good fun on it. But yeah, if you're into that sort of thing, I'll say it's only 15, 16 quid. There's plenty of you never struggle finding a game. I mean, there's always games. I think it's quite like Sensei said. It's a massive PC game, massive community.
Oh, you know what? I just found it
Surprised
on
you've not heard of it,
Steam.
Webby.
It's on Steam. I was gonna say it's on CD keys for £5, but it's sold out. Got it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'd quite like it, Webby.
I'm just looking at a little video on Steam. It looks quite funny, and the video I'm streaming as well. Yeah, I've added it to me wish list. Never heard of it. No, I must be well out the loop.
Yeah.
Does look interesting. Oh, I'll have to watch some videos with some sound after the podcast.
Yeah, because it's a big thing. Like obviously, I know you guys don't do TikTok. I do, and there's loads of people posting videos on there with funny like clips and stuff. It's not PG, shall we say? Anyway, but yeah, some of the stuff you hear on there is great.
Brilliant. Oh, it looks good, man. It looks funny. Good comic relief.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I have downloaded, believe it or not, Alan Wake.
No way.
Not the new one, the original remastered, because it's on PS Plus.
Oh, well, nice.
Yeah, and I thought, oh, do you know what? I fancy something playing that again. I mean, I completed it, twice? No, I've completed it 3 times, I think, because I've completed the original twice, because I did it once as normally. Then the second time, I wanted to collect all the flasks.
Did on
and I missed
nightmare
one, didn't
mode,
I, if you remember?
yeah.
Yeah. And then I completed it again remastered when that came out. So now I've got it on obviously these are all on Xbox, but now I've downloaded it on the PlayStation. So we'll be playing that at some point as well.
Great game.
But yeah, I've got plenty to be getting through.
Nice. Anything else from you, Darren?
Yeah, a few things. Final Fantasy 14 had its new patch.
Yeah.
7.3. I haven't played any of it so far.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Like I say, I've still got like a slight issue with gear space in the game.
Why am I not surprised?
And I know like all the content's going to be dropping gear, so it's like, And to be honest, this isn't an MMO that's like fully designed where you've got to like completely hammer it and do everything straight away anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So, but it's came out Tuesday. The weather's been pretty warm, so.
Well, I just want to say,
great for gaming.
Unlike last week, where I was sweating tits. I'm actually shivering. I'm cold right now.
Well, I'm
nice to be in your shoes.
I've got my aircon on, mate. I'm freezing. Just rubbing it in.
Nice. So yeah, that wasn't the only game that obviously had new content this week. First Descendant also got its Season 3 update Thursday.
Yeah.
Which was delayed by 4 hours.
Oh, the horror.
From its original time, where they're like, oh, we found a bug. And it's like, hang on, this almost seems like a copy and paste message every time you do like a major content update. And it's like, oh, here you go, we're going to give you all like XP buffs and things for, but most of the people that play it don't need the XP buffs. Like you can level pretty bloody quickly in certain content if you really need to. But this added a new area called the Axiom Plains. It's like a big, new, massive sort of open area. And to get around on it, you're given like a jet bike. So they've basically almost taken another leaf out of sort of say Warframe, where they added like the bike things and Destiny, I suppose, etc.
Okay.
Where you can get around on those. There's a new Descendant Nell that's sort of added along with the storyline. You earn her by playing the new content in the new area. So I already have her. And you can grind for 2 other sort of vehicles in that area as well, which are both currently being researched. So I was able to get
yeah.
most of the things I kind of wanted out of that area, I suppose, reasonably well. The area is very bullet spongy, like exceedingly bullet spongy. So unless you've got like one of these broken builds that people post online, you're not really going to feel like you're doing a hell of a lot of damage, even though your character is spec'd well.
Yeah.
Have you now hidden your games on PlayStation, Darren? I know you play offline a lot now, don't you? Because I remember last time I looked, you'd put in something like over 1,000 hours on this first descent. But
no, it's like
it's now saying you're hidden.
945. 54. I'm just gonna check my settings. I might have actually done that, like on Friday or something.
I think Darren's been
'cause I
showing
downloaded
offline
this.
on his PlayStation Xbox for over a
Yeah.
year.
All right.
I don't know why, mate.
It's because I play a lot of single-player games, and obviously you don't want to be bothered while you're playing, like when you're involved doing something. You know what I mean?
Darren's gone very
It's
antisocial, mate. Yeah, antisocial gamer.
Well, no, it's just like you set the time aside. It's like, right now I'm going to get stuck into this. And then, like, you might have, like, Bob Thorax has sent you an invite or something. And you're like,
Fair enough.
kind of thing. Which is okay, because it's like, I remember back in the days, I think it spawned from, like, the 360, where I couldn't, if I was playing single-player games, as much as I wanted to be in a party chatting to other people like we are kind of now, I can't really give the game my full attention. And then there'll be cutscenes and stuff playing, and then you'll have people in the chat chatting away.
Yeah,
I get it.
That's why I kind of originally started sort of hiding off. But generally, I'm on. So if anyone wants to just like message or whatever, I'm generally going to be on anyway at some point during the day. So I would see messages and stuff anyway. But yeah, I think I was mucking about with
First
profile
Descent.
stuff.
And because I noticed you've platinumed it, haven't you? And I was quite liking it, but I didn't really know what I was doing. I thought it was quite confusing. Some of just me being a noob, probably. But from what I played, I liked it. But yeah, I never had anyone. I think you came and helped me, Webby, once, didn't you?
Yeah,
but
that's it. Yeah.
You don't play anymore, do you?
Really, no. I don't have the time. I play Battlefield, and that's it. No, it's fun. It's just I got to the end of the story, and I was just like, meh, I'm done. Pretty much. Wasn't I? Darren's quite. He loves his dailies, doesn't he? And jumping on with Pudster, and they do all their daily grinds and all that, you know.
And moaning.
Yeah, grinding and moaning.
Yeah, I will say they've added like in the dailies for First Descendant. Oh God. For that, they've completely changed how they work. Like, I think I had one of the dailies that had come up, and it was just like, 10,000 kills, and you're just like, you what, mate? How is that a daily? Like,
Jesus.
a daily something you jump on for an hour or something. And yeah, I get it. If you're in this new area and you've got like one of these busted builds or whatever, you could probably hammer that out in still about an hour or so. But like good dailies are dailies that you can kind of just do while doing other content, etc., and get them all sort of mopped up in an hour or so. Because that's roughly what you should be sort of asking of your players in general for something like that. You don't want to lock them in for too long, or it becomes annoying.
Yeah.
There's login rewards. There's also a boost that you can activate to get like a version of Bunny with like a group of modules and some upgrade materials, etc. So even if you log in now, it's worth just going in and like accepting that new big update package that's like free for everyone, I think. Just so you get some free stuff.
Cool to the beans.
But yeah, there's a Colossus battle in it, a new one, which is like apparently 8 players. I haven't done it, but I've gone up against it sort of briefly in like a story mode sort of aspect to it. But I will say it does, in theory, suffer from like just empty wasteland, like the big area. I get that's what it's supposed to be, but it did just seem to be like mainly empty with like a few activities that go on here and there. But it's good to sort of go in, because if there's 4 of you running about, even if you have all got like just normal sort of builds, reasonable builds, you can get through the stuff okay, without it being like ridiculous to the point of like, yeah, this isn't fun at all. Like dragging a fight out for like 5 to 10 minutes isn't enjoyable just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
But then having it end too quickly is also obviously bad as well. There's still people in it that run through group content with like ridiculously OP builds that just annihilate everything before you can even get there. And you just think, yeah, that's kind of cool, and I'm reaping the XP bonuses and stuff from this, but why aren't you just running this private on your own if you can do it all on your own, which is what you're doing?
Yeah.
Because you're kind of stopping other people from being involved rather than just feel like you're just chasing people. Oh, it's the chase people game where you're at the back and everyone's just running ahead and pulling you through.
Is that all you've played, Darren? Or
Yeah, I suppose those were the sort of 2 update games, and there isn't a new season for Street Fighter 6 yet, which is bizarre, although Saga is now available if you have the 3rd season pass.
nice. From my end, I've not really played much else, really. I've tried to get back into Elite Dangerous. Big shout out to Turk Monkey for jumping into Discord with me, and because it's one of them games, right? I played it loads when it came out. It actually got like 80 plus hours in it according to my Steam profile. But I was like, I can't remember how to do anything. I couldn't even remember how to jump systems or anything. So I got into a chat and I was sharing my screen with Turk, and he was showing me what to do and that, and it's very slow to do things. So I was kind of thinking, oh, it could be a background game while I'm working or whatever. I'd like to jump systems and that, but no, you have to be a little bit hands-on. So I was like, I don't know how much I'm going to actually play this again. I don't know. But graphically, it still looks very pretty for a game that came out quite a while ago, and they've done quite a lot of updates. I've not tried the update to land on planets and walk around yet, even though I do have it. But very chill. It's basically like, I kind of compare it, like the way I've played it in the past, I compare it to like American Truck Sim, but in space. It's just delivering stuff, but there is actually apparently more to it, according to Turk, like space battles and all sorts of things, which I never ever got to that point. So I don't know. It is a game though where you have to sink a lot of hours into, so it's not really. I don't know. I'm in 2 minds at the minute. And apart from that, just a little bit of Circuit Superstars, which I already talked about last week anyway. On the Steam Deck, it is obviously on console and obviously on PC and stuff like that. But as I say, it's a fun kind of isometric, cartoony racer, and it does get quite hard. I'm on the touring cars, and the races are getting longer now, and you've got to do your pit stops, make sure you not take damage. You have to manage your fuel and your tires, and that's just quite good, but in a top-down way. So. But yeah, it is getting harder now. I'm moving up the car classes on that. And just on another note, I know a week or 2 ago I talked about picking up CarX Street on Steam in the Steam sale for £6, and I was moaning that it didn't have any Steam Deck support. They just put an update out saying that it now has full Steam Deck support. So I've downloaded it on my Steam Deck today. Not played it on there yet, but looking forward to playing that on Steam Deck, because it is pretty much Need for Speed / Test Drive all in one, as I mentioned last week. So go back and listen to that for a bit of more in-depth chatting about that. So I'm looking, I'll hopefully play a bit of that this week on the Steam Deck. But that's it. That's me. As I say, it's mainly been Battlefield this week and the hype train around that. And I'm sure it'll be the same next week because it's coming back for the second week of beta from Thursday. So that's it from me. Anything else from anyone else in what we've been playing?
No.
Okay. If not, I'll head on to the news.
Oh, there was a new season in Fortnite, wasn't there?
Does anyone care about Fortnite, Darren?
Next.
There's quite a few people still do, I suppose. They've added like Power Rangers and Halo stuff.
Oh, oh my God! Master Chiefs and Fortnite and Power Rangers. Pink Power Ranger.
I think they're all the different Power Rangers are there.
Oh dear.
Like, if not, you could just probably buy them in the shop or whatnot.
Oh dear.
But yeah, that's a thing. Because you know how much fun I had downloading it, didn't you?
Oh yeah, because you're still playing that every bloody day on the single player.
Well, no, it's in like
option.
I said in the group, didn't it? It took over 2 hours for that download to even start actually downloading on my Xbox.
That's ridiculous.
It just sits there saying updating. Like I say, like it's looking for a book to find the exact location of where they got to insert the new download before it even bothers to start downloading. But it's the only game that it does it with. And it's only on like sort of Xbox I've ever had an issue that bad where a game just refuses to download for ages and then it starts. So it wasn't a long download itself, but the waiting was. I might just have to uninstall the whole thing and just reinstall it again. But it seems to just do it, like it sort of gets sluggish.
Okay. Fair dues. Anything else? Until I hit news. Can I hit the news?
Yeah, news away, mate. Well, we covered the Kronos New Dawn, didn't we?
Yes.
That's out early.
Oh. Where the fuck's that?
Are you looking forward to that, Peebs?
What's that, mate?
Kronos.
Kronos the New Dawn.
No. What is that?
So this is by, again, I thought I'd have to mention it because I know you like these kind of games. So it's being made by Bloober Team, the people that just did the Silent Hill 2 remake.
All right.
And it's a third-person, over-the-shoulder, sort of horror-esque, sort of Dead Space-ish, but with a twist kind of look to it.
Oh,
So
right,
you're
yeah, definitely. I've not heard anything about it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's out in a few
Sounds
weeks.
right up my
by the way.
street.
Yeah. So yeah, one
Webby's
of the
got it on my
main
Twitch now,
mechanics
yeah.
you have to do is when you kill enemies, you get other enemies that will try and absorb the bodies of the ones you've killed if you don't finish them off, which then makes them stronger and more powerful. But I think I'm hoping that also maybe has some risk and reward to it as well. Like if enemies can drop stuff, there's chances of better loot from ones that have kind of powered up. But I've definitely got my eye on it anyway.
Yeah, I have now. I didn't know nothing about it, but yeah, it looks good. Sounds interesting.
You're basically apparently visiting like the end of humanity during like events and stuff. Very sort of sci-fi.
Yeah. What's it called again?
Kronos the New Dawn.
I'll search it on my Xbox, put it on my wish list.
I think again I haven't fully looked, but I think this is going to be a reasonable price as well. I don't think it's a 60 quid. But we shall know.
Right, let's try get into some news as well.
Yeah.
Alrighty-o then. Right. Xbox has cancelled a game called Contraband. Had anyone heard of this?
No.
Well, apparently it was a long-awaited co-op smuggling game developed by Avalanche Studios. After nearly 4 years without updates, it has been cancelled. It was originally unveiled during the Xbox and Bethesda showcase in 2021. So, yeah, I don't remember that being shown at all.
Ringing
but
any bells?
No.
Yeah, it might be one of those where I'll see the video and be like, yeah, I kind of remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I mentioned this when we were talking about Battlefield, but it's just quite interesting. Battlefield 6 open beta surpassed Call of Duty's highest all-time concurrent player count on Steam with 503,129 players, whereas Call of Duty's all-time peak was 491,670.
Mm.
Yes. Which is crazy. 24-hour peak on Call of Duty was 61,000. As I say, Battlefield was 503,000 in the last 24 hours. So that's fucking mad. That is proving to be very popular.
The weirdest thing is like you look at like the most concurrent players on Steam for a single game at once, and you're just like, holy shit!
Oh no, it's mad, isn't it?
It was, isn't it? Counter-Strike.
I
Probably.
think it might be.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure.
All-time peak. Yeah. Counter-Strike 2, 1.8 million players in one go. 1,862,531. Yeah.
That's all playing.
Well,
Just
it's in
Oh,
their
no,
it's
no,
in their
no,
interest to get this right.
No, I got it wrong. Sorry, I didn't have it on the all-time peak. All-time peak. PUBG. 3,257,248 players.
wow.
Yeah. Guess what number 2 is? If you're not watching the stream, you won't know.
Minecraft.
Black Myth Wukong.
Really?
2,415,000 players. All-time peak. Yeah. Crazy.
That kind of makes out. Yeah, most of the people that bought that on launch played that.
Yeah.
Is that
Right.
just Steam numbers?
That's
or...
just Steam, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that'll
so-
be the American version, because obviously that game sold way more copies in China.
Yeah.
China went crazy for that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why they're producing so many games now. It's such a massive market. They're basically, if people in China get into something, they can completely eclipse the entire Western and Eastern
easy.
gaming markets combined.
Yeah. Do you remember when China were banned
Like
from playing
Japan
video
and
games
stuff
by
like
the leader?
CCP and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they were limited, weren't they, with the amount of
Yeah.
time they could play? I think it was an hour an evening.
Yeah.
So again, think of the dailies people. Like, if they've only got an hour, you're not going to want to give them 10,000 kills.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like a weekly.
Yeah. What's this, Peebs? Just put a picture of Kronos. 50 quid. Are you buying it, are you, Peebs? You pre-ordering it already?
well, I haven't pre-ordered it only because they do the thing where they want payment straight away,
Oh, yeah.
which is annoying. But yeah, I don't know because obviously there's so many games coming out at the minute. Obviously Battlefield. It's only 50 quid though, so too bad I suppose. Like when most games new on PlayStation are 70, aren't they?
Yeah. Other bit of news. Obviously, Forza Turn10 Studios got hit with a lot of layoffs, and there was murmurings about the games no longer being supported. They actually put out a statement saying that we want to ensure players at Turn10 and Playground Games will continue to support Forza Motorsport and Horizon 5. Probably with the skeleton crew they've got left, but the games will still be
It's
supported.
Horizon 5.
Yes.
It'd be nice if it was like all the Horizons, because most of those games technically sort of work online.
Well, they've been delisted, a lot of them now, haven't they?
Yeah.
Well, the original Forzas, not the
And some of the-
necessarily the Horizons.
Yeah, I think the first 3 have been delisted at least now.
Oh, due to car manufacturing issues again.
Yeah, licensing, yeah. What was my other bit of news I had? Oh, I've only got one more bit of news. I'm waiting for it to load. Oh yeah, it was a Square Enix bit of news, Peebs. Peebs and Darren.
Yeah.
About Final Fantasy 14, Darren. Square Enix financial report shows a really sharp decline in the MMO division of Square Enix with Final Fantasy 14. MMO gross sales decreased by 2.9 billion yen, minus 23%, and operational profits are down 3 billion yen, minus 45%. Square Enix shareholder Yuzu writes that something must be done for Final Fantasy XIV to regain its popularity and user base. That's not funny, man. The game's dying.
Well, it's not dying. It's like just. So people always say that, oh, the game's dying, and then like every time I log in, it's like I'm in a queue.
Yeah, I don't think
So
it's at
it's
peak
like-
players at now, is it? Because there was like a peak.
Yeah.
It's like with World of Warcraft, mate. You know, that went for its highs and it's petering off as well. You know, it happens to all MMOs, right?
Yeah, eventually, like they've all, even the biggest one, World of Warcraft, has had its massive ups and downs, like massive ups and downs.
Yeah.
Certain people not liking certain story content or content in general since certain updates that were reasonably early on.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a lot of people aren't happy with the Dawn Trail story and all of that lot, and I don't know. It's like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Like, I get that. Again, you've also, it's almost like the fact of, like, you know, the way the MCU's kind of trailing off a bit, going off on a little bit of a tangent. Like the superhero films and that, they're doing okay, but nowhere near as big as they were around the time of like Avengers Endgame, etc.
Yeah.
So Final Fantasy basically had its Avengers Endgame
Yeah.
in the last expansion. It was like the culmination of everything sort of coming together with like this crazy shit that goes on. You're not going to continue that in a new expansion. You're going to go off and do different stuff, have a new story. Like, let's say you're going off like a kind of vacation.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people had issues with like one of the characters. Never really sort of bothered me at all. I didn't mind the way the story went. I kind of got the lessons it was to be told. And yeah, there's still a couple of things where it's like it didn't have to be as miserable constantly with some of the storyline stuff. I kind of get it. Everyone's going through their own shit.
Yeah.
And what you do to the final zone. You finished the story, didn't you?
Yeah. I did. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know exactly because
So
I'm.
you destroy that final fucking zone that looked gorgeous
Yeah, I know.
when you first go in there, and every time you revisit that area, you're like, "What is this? I hate being here.
Yeah.
Like, I literally hate being in this zone." Like, from a zone, like we said, like looked amazing. I haven't finished the story, and this is the wrap up of that story, because what always happens is in the 4.3 patch or the third patch of each expansion, that wraps up like the after story from that expansion.
Yeah.
And then the patches going on after that are basically like, here's your lead up for the next expansion.
Yeah. Have they got a date for the next
where the story's
expansion
going.
yet, or
No,
next
it'll be
year?
some. I think it's sort of next year or maybe later, because they have started saying that they're taking a little bit longer with each patch cycle.
Right.
Because
Okay.
it is weird if you actually think back to the original patches that came out for this. Do you remember, like, you'd get 3 dungeons, like 2 trials, a raid, some other bits and bobs, and they'd all kind of hit on one day, and now they spread the patches into, like, this is 7.3, there'll be a 7.5, and there'll be a 7.51 more likely, where they sort of like start breaking it up.
Yeah.
But now you get like one dungeon per patch, and either like a raid or a 24-man, which you also used to get in the ones back in Deer as well.
Yeah. I might come back to it next
again,
year then. I don't
like
have
we've
the
said,
time.
Everyone's playing different stuff that's
Yeah.
trying to lock them into being online all the time.
It's a problem.
There's only so many people, etc. We've said it. The analogy of the streaming numbers. The streaming numbers that those services got good during COVID, they will never be better than those numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. Just on another note, has anyone else got any other news? Because that was all my news items.
There was some like weird statement, wasn't there, about PlayStation, where like one of the heads of PlayStation in Japan in some conference call was like, "Oh, hardware isn't our main focus going forward."
And they're not going to turn into Xbox, are they? And just concentrate on streaming.
Probably.
Oh,
It's just literally just sitting here watching a car crash in slow motion. Basically, it might as well. Everything turns to shit. We know this over time.
Oh, I hope that isn't the case.
But again, it could have just. I think again, it could just be shareholder talk, stockholder talk, like just basically like babble bullshit to the leeches, keep them suckling on my teat.
Because that's what PlayStation has going for it compared to Xbox, right? Is they focus on that premium aspect of their games. You know, they don't shove them on the service on launch. They actually keep the quality there and make the games, make it so people have to buy the games instead of having them on like a Game Pass or whatever. So they're kind of the Apple of the console world. That's how I think about PlayStation. That makes sense? Because I kind of have that premium to them, to the games and stuff.
And that's why I've gone there full time. Just a quick one. Has anyone heard about this game called Ends that's coming out?
Ends?
Yeah, ENDS Ends. It's like a GTA London clone thing. It looks pretty good.
It?
I've been seeing clips of it. There's no release date yet, though, I don't think. But there's quite a few clips. You should be able to find it, Webby. But it looks really interesting.
Have a look.
I think it's sort of like set in a fictional borough, and it's something to do like the council are going to demolish the estate or something. But it's it looks like it's a free roam like GTA type game.
All right.
No one heard of it?
No.
First time I've heard of it.
This is an Unreal 5 game by the looks of. Oh wow, it's proper London as the stadium. Oh.
Yes, no, I've been trying to find the release date for it because it looks pretty good.
Dude, I'm getting some Getaway vibes.
Vaporware. That's the worry with a lot of trailers nowadays, like AI generated and stuff.
Strange name for a game, though.
Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it?
Yeah. Cool. I wonder when that will come out. 2030?
Yeah, a bit like GTA. What's the other game that came out a couple of, well, it was about a month ago now, that everyone, it was greatly heavily advertised.
Well, Mind's Eye.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, I played it. It was
That's
shite.
sort of fallen away now, hasn't it? Yeah, sort of fallen away now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Studios sacked people, haven't they?
Yeah. I actually didn't mind. I'd never finished it, but it was just janky. I thought the story was actually pretty decent. It's just the actual gameplay itself was just very jank. And that's why I never recommended it to anybody. It's very unfinished. And they were doing like some tie-ins with Hitman because it was published by IOI, wasn't it?
Yeah, that sort of
Yeah.
came out of nowhere,
Yeah.
like just before release.
So I'm surprised they even gave it the go ahead and the state it launched in. I don't think they've ever fixed
Yeah,
the
but
issues
again,
either.
oh no, because I'm still interested in playing it. But yeah, I was going to wait and see if they update and fix a lot of the issues, but maybe they haven't. But
See if you could get it really
yeah,
cheap,
again,
give it a go. But I wouldn't pay for it. I wouldn't pay full price for it, mate.
I mean, they bloody advertised that, didn't they?
Yeah,
Massively.
heavily. Yeah, yeah. It just reminded me of like one of those double A Xbox 360 games where you just have fun
Mhm.
just playing it like for a bit, but it's not. It's just jank, you know,
Mm.
like super jank, but with a cool story. It's set in Vegas and it's got like the sphere in it, the Vegas sphere and stuff. Pretty cool.
Other
Yeah, I might
set,
wait for it to get cheap.
Yeah. Cool. Is that it?
I think so, mate.
Sweet. I got Colin badgering me in the background to play some Battlefield with him. So
Beater's
might,
still running then, is it?
yeah, I might jump on that for a bit. Get that last fix in before Thursday. Cool. Awesome, guys. I think that's it then. I think we're done. Thank you very much for coming on.
Nice one.
Thanks for making an appearance, Peebs. Nice to have you back.
Yeah,
And yeah, so from all of us
you're
here,
welcome.
it's been awesome. Thank you very much. For those of us regulars, we will see you next week. A goodbye. Nice one, dudes.
Cool.
Mm.
Right, well, I'm going to jump in the shower. I'll speak to you guys in the week.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
yeah,
worries,
take it easy,
mate.
Graham. See you later,
Yeah.
mate.
All right,
Have a good week. Speak
Yeah,
to you
mate.
soon. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, see you later.
all right. Battlefield time. Who's joining me?
What's the time?
10 to 10.
10 to 10 or quarter to 10, yeah.
Work early in the morning.
All right, mate.
What time do you have to get up?
5:30.
All right.
Oof.
Have you ever had the old timeless like 4:04?
Yeah.
Them was the bad ones.
Oh,
Not these lucky ones that can work from home.
it's fucking great, mate. It's a blessing. Really is.
You must be like, yeah, wow, how did this happen?
I know. It's great,
Was
mate.
that basically thanks to COVID that all happened, or was it something
In my previous
then?
job, yeah, but this obviously I got made redundant, didn't I? And then this job was just advertised as fully remote. So yeah, I took it. It's great, mate. I love it. Sit in my PJs all morning.
Gaming.
Roll out of bed at 8 o'clock. Log on at 9. Gaming on the lunch break. Great times.
Yeah, lucky.
Yeah, mate. Cool. And I can do some gaming now because I know I don't have to get up early, unlike Mr. Peebs.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to get up early later in the week. After the hottest day of the week as well, so getting to sleep that night's going to be horrendous.
Yeah, this
no
week's
doubt.
going to be mega hot, isn't it? Apparently.
Yeah, I reckon tomorrow's going to be hot, don't they?
Yeah. And Tuesday, Wednesday, I think, by the looks of things.
Tuesday's the hottest, I think.
Oof.
It sort of crests up. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Don't know about Thursday. I think it sort of remains around 24, 25,
Okay.
which isn't too bad.
Awesome.
Like them 19s, though.
Yeah, that's about right.
I'll say the perfect one is pure, like, blue sky, no clouds, about 21.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Slight breeze.
You can go out in like a jumper and a t-shirt, or you can go out in just a t-shirt or a light jacket.
Yeah. Good times. Cool. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off and jump onto Battlefield. Oh, Clarky's on it as well. Right. I'm definitely...
Was this a free episode, Webby, or is it Patreon?
Yeah, this is free week, so you'll be happy, babes.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah.
People get to hear dulcet.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm going to jump into the gaming voice channel and play
I'll let
some
you guys
Battlefield. Clarky,
Right,
join me in
gents.
there in a minute, and catch you guys later.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Bye.
Bye.